Shuadi wa eneo la Mutira ambaye ni David Kinyua Wangoi anadhibitisha madai ya hoja yake ya kutaka kumbandua mamlakani gavana Anne Mumbi Waiguru. Bila shaka ni taarifa ambayo tunaifuatilia mtazamaji, na tutakuwa tunakupasha kikamilifu kwenye taarifa zetu zijazo. Lakini sasa tusonge mbele, ambapo mbunge maalum Godfrey Osotsi na seneta wa Kakamega Cleophas Malala wanafanya kikao na wanahabari kuzungumzia siasa katika chama cha ANC. Hebu tufuatilie moja kwa moja.
Legitimate officials of ANC party. Any other person masquerading as an official of ANC, like Ayubu Savula, is an imposter. So please, from today, you have now known the faces around ANC party. And no one should come forward and say he's a deputy party leader, he's, I don't know, chairman of the parliamentary group. We have no position in the constitution of the party called chairman of parliamentary group. So if Honorable Savula can come to the media and say that because he's a deputy party leader, he was engaged with other leaders from other party to take over the party, that is not true. And that is the dishonesty I'm referring to. Number two, Honorable Savula has integrity issues. You know he was removed as the chair of Agricultural Committee. We also know he's facing a serious court case. No sane leader will engage Honorable Savula to be the party leader of ANC. And we know on Friday, on the eve of that burial, he met Oscar Sudi and a few other politicians aligned to Ruto in Eldoret Hotel. That can never be taken lightly. So we know where these people want to take us. There is an ongoing plan to blame internal problems in Ford Kenya, ANC on Raila Odinga. I am not a member of ODM, but I'm a honest Kenyan. A honest Kenyan who cannot allow Kenyans to be fed with the propaganda, with the hate, that Raila Odinga is behind all this. That is not true. We know what is happening. What is happening is that these brothers of ours have already made up their mind. They want to join Ruto. But they want to get an excuse of joining Ruto. I want to tell them, Raila Odinga can never be the excuse of you joining Ruto. If you are man enough, join Ruto without using Raila's name. Like in Ford Kenya, we know that some of these parties have deliberately been made small, thin, and short for selfish interest. So when members in those parties demand for internal democracy and decide to take actions like what has been happening in Ford Kenya, you cannot now blame it on Raila Odinga. You know that even these two parties, at one point, they told you they wanted to merge ANC and Ford Kenya. But they have not come back to us to tell us why they were not able to merge. Is that a problem of Raila Odinga? We had by-election in Kibra. We had the two parties fielding independent candidates. Ford Kenya had a candidate and ANC had a candidate. Where did Raila come in there? So I'm sorry to tell our brothers that if you want to join William Ruto, and we know you are joining William Ruto, and I have said this before, that there is a systematic scheme to make sure that Honorable Mudavadi joins Ruto. It started with the opposition to the handshake. Then it went to the initial opposition to BBI. Then it went to a whole book being written targeting one individual. And now all these noises that Raila Odinga wants to take away the parties. I am a strong believer in political party democracy. And I want to tell Kenyans that that is not true. The truth of the matter is that these parties have been made small, short, and thin, so that these individuals at the helm of this party can use it for selfish interest. Raila Odinga did not stop Ford Kenya conducting elections. When my brother Wetangula took over Ford Kenya from Kombo, I want to ask you, has he ever done elections? Grassroots elections and national elections. We do not want a scenario where people are keeping parties in their briefcase to bargain with. And when members of those parties come forward to agitate for internal democracy, then you blame it on someone else. Like in ANC. You know the problems I've gone through myself. Because of being able to speak my mind and because of having divergent views, I was labeled a rebel, and they even attempted to expel me from the party. Just because you are raising substantive issues to do with internal democracy, internal strengthening of the party, and internal growth of the party. We will not allow this to happen. And this brings me to the second issue. I have been observing and hearing the events in social media, and even some media outlets saying that Honorable Osotsi is planning a coup. I want to say, I do not need to plan a coup to take over ANC, because I'm the founder of the party, and I have every detail about the party that no one else has. So I do not need a coup to take over the party. But what I'm saying is this, that our constitution says that the term of office of officials of the party is 5 years. And this party was registered on the 15th of July, 2015. So that means on Monday, which will be 15th June 2020, the term of office of all party officials, including the party leader, will have expired. And what happens? Our constitution goes ahead and says, if there is a vacancy in any position, the party is supposed to call for grassroots and a national election. So I am saying that I'm not going to engage in undemocratic practice of organizing coups, but I now demand for the interest of members of the party that we need to have elections. I know because of Corona, there may be challenges, but the party as it is now, those who claim to be in the party have not started the process of conducting elections. There is no notice to the registrar of political parties, and yet, on Monday, the term of office is expiring. So those who say that Honorable Osotsi wants to do a coup, I want to tell them they have done a coup onto themselves, because they have been sitting there waiting. Now the deadline is Monday, 15th of June. So I am challenging them. Call elections, let people elect themselves from the grassroots, and let us have a national election. At that point, I will make a substantive announcement. But I want to say that we cannot blame others for our own problems. We must face our own problems. And if we have any plans to join William Ruto, let us join William Ruto without dragging the names of other people into our plans. And those who are pushing Honorable Musalia to disengage with Raila, I want to tell them, look at people like Murunga. You know Murunga has been moving around with William Ruto. Tindi Mwale, this man from Lurambi, Titus Hamala. In fact, he owes an apology to the Luya community because during his homecoming, he invited William Ruto as a chief guest. And when William Ruto came to his homecoming, he told the Luyas that they are incapable of leading, that atawapanga. He has not, Hamala has not come forward to apologize to the Luya community. Not even apologizing to Mudavadi himself, who was demeaned by the statement of Ruto. So he cannot be a disciple of Mudavadi now, talking louder than loyal members of the party. I want to tell my brother Mudavadi that you are walking around with the hyenas, people who pretend to be with you, but genuinely they are not with you. They are with William Ruto. Even that press conference that was held at Mheshimiwa Wetangula's house, it was like a roll call of Jubilee. You saw them. All Jubilee people aligned to Ruto were there, Tanga. And none of them can stand for him. So the best he can do, without blaming anyone now, and I'm saying this is the way forward, is for him from Monday to start the process of elections. And I want to advise the registrar of political parties. This is a moment of fumigation. We have fumigated the parliament. We are going to fumigate the executive. We also need to fumigate political parties. Political parties that have been made briefcase parties must now be forced to adhere to internal democracy in their parties by calling elections. And that way, we will know when someone stands up to talk about good governance, to talk about a corrupt-free country, to talk about good leadership, we have to start with his own political party. So I want to put it very clearly that no one is going to chase Mudavadi from ANC or any other person undemocratically. But my challenge is that from Monday, all the officials of the party, their term will have expired, including Mudavadi's term. So the best thing he can do is to organize for elections or prepare an election timetable within the confines of the party constitution. And that way, when he talks about the party being taken over, we will know that it's genuine. But you cannot keep a party in your briefcase, walk around with it, and then when you have internal problems, you now start blaming it on Raila or President Uhuru Kenyatta. You have a responsibility as a leader of the party to ensure there is internal democracy in the party. Thank you very much.
Naam, ni Godfrey Osotsi hapo ambaye ni mbunge maalum katika chama cha ANC hapo akitoa kauli zake kuhusiana na msukosuko ambao umekuwa ukiandama chama hicho cha ANC kwenye siku za hivi karibuni. Mtazamaji, kuu zaidi, Osotsi anasisitiza kwamba hatamu za uongozi katika chama cha ANC zinakamilika Jumatatu ijayo, na hivyo anasema kwamba kuna haja ya kuandaa uchaguzi. Anasema hawatasazwa hata kiongozi wa chama hicho